Hello, welcome to the next episode of Parents That Swear, and we're on it. We're on it today, guys.
No, just
Daddy's
you.
on the struggle bus. Me and Stacy went to a 25-year-old's Halloween party, and I think I got roofied because I don't really recall drinking that much. Oh, we did do.
We did shots of vodka, which we never do.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Oh, God.
You're joking, right?
No, that sounds wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. And so it's 9:30 in the morning, and Stacy's avocado toast about made me throw up.
It was delicious, though.
I was
It's
in
all
the
about
car.
that everything bagel seasoning.
Oh, it's just all it is just like a vessel for garlic.
Yes, pretty much.
Ugh, oh, my God. And then the car in front of me at Dunkin's had like all the stickers on the back of it. Like maybe it was a Subaru too. Like I'm made to be ashamed to be a Subaru owner.
No, now you have to get stickers.
I know.
No stickers.
I'm going to get you some stickers.
You should. They're free, aren't they? If you like register your car online, aren't they free?
Oh, you get the little like my second Subaru thing.
Yeah.
No, she had like all the coexist
No, I'm getting
oh.
you so many things for your
And-
Subaru now.
Yeah.
and the dog mom
Yeah.
You are a dog dad.
and some weird Buddhist symbol. I'm just like
Except for all mine will be nerdy, so
Yeah.
you can have all that.
and some D&D ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Just,
D20 on the back of your car.
I actually, speaking of D&D, I do want to try that.
It's fun.
That's the same as Stranger Things, right? I'm
Yes.
sorry,
Yes.
hold on. I guess we probably need to introduce Bree.
Oh,
Yes.
hey, that's me. Hi.
So yes, we are joined today by What About Beef Fries? Probably my best friend in Des Moines, Bree.
I'm not being serious. You really are his best friend from 20. I'm so serious.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're probably close to mine too.
Yeah, we spent boardings together for 3 years.
3 years.
2 years, 3 years. We worked at a very bougie. We won't say it because who knows what they're gonna say if this ever gets big. But a very bougie gym that's based on a color. So
Well, I won't give it away.
I didn't say specifically what it was, but So yeah, we from 4:30 to 7:30 Monday through Thursday for 3
Hung out.
years.
Yep.
We talked about some weird shit.
So much.
Like there was one couple there that were swingers, and we'd go off on tangents on what that was like.
So much.
A lot of hairy knuckles and leg swinging off a stool.
It's
But,
like twiddling your thumbs and just waiting.
but also, Bree has 2 girls.
Yes.
How old are they?
5 and 4.
Oh my
And then-
gosh.
Because I wanted to knock them out quick apparently, and then wait a long time.
Yep. And then also, you can't see really on camera.
Not really, but
she's with child.
with child, which is why vodka shots sound really good. So,
How are you feeling?
today fine.
That's good.
I was a little dizzy yesterday.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
hopefully
What's the due date?
December 6th.
Ooh.
So I have
Oh. Oh.
5 weeks.
Oh gosh. Ask her if the nursery is ready.
Is the nursery ready?
Hell to the fucking no.
I love how third child, you're like, we'll figure it out. I mean, they'll be in your room anyways the first few months. So
exactly. But then I'm just like thinking, I'm like, where are we gonna put her in our room? Because I don't. I have to move furniture around now.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. Do you have like baby stuff still?
Luckily we moved like during 2020 when everything was shut down for like donations. So yeah, we have a good chunk of
Oh, that's
like,
good.
baby swing, pack and plays.
Yeah.
What other big thing we had? Oh, stroller.
Yep.
We have
That's-
a big stroller too.
yeah.
And I'm like, great.
Yeah.
I just had to update a car seat, and my cousin had a kid recently. She gave me all of his newborn clothes, and I'm like, oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're set. It's okay.
You'll make it work. I think like you're third. It's no longer like you've been doing this for so long. It's like we'll wing
And
it.
you know the sex, correct?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another girl.
Another girl,
Well-
which is good.
Let's not assume gender yet.
Right, exactly. It's
Biological
them.
female. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, do babies come out with pronouns now?
I think actually you can. I think on their birth certificate you can. Now
You can
put-
act, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, done with that.
Times are changing.
Way too hungover for that bullshit. If a nurse was just like, "Oh, do you want to assign your baby pronouns? I'd be like, yeah,
I don't,
fuck off.
yeah, I don't think the nurses care. It's just,
Yeah, I think it's up to the parents.
Especially-
Kind of like,
yeah.
because when you have your baby, they like give you that form to fill out, like their
Yes.
name and
Yeah.
all that, and then the sex, and I think that's when the parents can choose if they want to. Yeah.
Child is genderless at
Yeah.
birth.
If I remember correctly, they give you the piece of paper and then they leave and then they come back and
Yeah.
they just take it from you. and you're like, oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, the third time you should know by now, right?
Nah.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's been at least 4. So
know,
I'm like,
4
I don't know if I can. Do I remember how to do this? I'm
Right.
not really sure if I know how to do this.
It's good because the nurses know how to do it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I should ask, because I know Tyler, your husband, has a minivan. What
Yes.
are you gonna do?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. I know you're not a minivan mom.
No,
so
I'm not.
like-
He's the miniman mom.
I know. He rocks it.
No, I'm like, okay, so we're Evie's, like almost booster ready.
Yep.
And boosters are a little
Narrow,
I can
yep.
make her like, squish her in the middle, baby on the side, and I
Yep.
could probably swing it for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm gonna have to figure out something else.
Yeah. The third row.
Yeah.
Gotta get that third row, bitch.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
was like,
And you don't really have to do a minivan. You can get like a Tahoe
Right.
or like a Traverse, or there's tons of other options
Yeah.
out there.
I just figured if we have one big car, because Tyler's family is all in Colorado, so road trip we need a van.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes sense.
we need it. We have 2 dogs. They're not big dogs, but we still have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
3 kids going across Nebraska. We need something.
Yes.
So we'll always have a van. He'll just be the one driving
Yeah.
it.
He gets to be the dork.
Exactly. We'll get him some nerdy stickers to put on the
Yeah.
back of his van.
Yeah, Bree needs like a hot mom car.
Yeah.
I tell Stacey this all the time. Like, new
I
car,
want
like,
a minivan.
hot mom car.
I mean, it's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I just
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive it.
I like the Toyota Siennas
Yes.
because they now make them all-wheel drive, which I think is really important for like living in Iowa.
Yeah. Totally.
The only downfall is, well, as you know, they're so expensive.
yeah.
So that's why I have not gotten one.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're stupid expensive. Like she told me how much I was like, go get a Tahoe.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
that price.
Like-
But they're so
I know.
And I don't want the base model. I want like the 2 up from that, so which makes it even worse.
Well, I
So
think the only like all-wheel drive you have to get like the.
at least the XLE.
XL, yeah.
At least,
That,
yeah.
I was looking into that too.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah. And having that, drop down video.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the
lifesaver.
7
Central
passenger
vac.
too.
Yeah,
So I want like the
You, yeah,
you
totally.
can walk through. Yep.
With the captain seats up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got my eye on it. One day, right now, I had that Mazda, which I love.
Right.
It's fine. It's so good on gas though, is the thing. And like it's almost paid off. And my car payment's really low, so I'm like, we got into a higher mortgage. I'm like, it's kind of nice to have like
Yeah, I'm almost done paying off my CRV.
Yeah.
I was like,
Kind of, I've never paid off my car before in my entire life. I've always had to pay it since I was 18. So like I'm like, this is kind of
Yeah, I was really close to paying off the truck,
I know.
and now I just
Yeah.
started all over. But
but now I have a sweet ass Subaru.
do.
now I got the Les Baru,
You do.
and
But I will
and
say,
I'm not spending $400 a month in gas.
and you
so-
don't have 100,000 miles on it. And we'll
Yeah.
renew like any day now. That is gonna your
Yeah,
truck's
yeah,
gonna
the truck.
crap
I was
out
like,
on
any
you, and
day
then
now. Like American-made trucks, like 100,000 miles is like pulling the pin on the hand grenade.
Yeah, you're just like, when is it? Is it?
It's
and then
gonna
it's worth
happen.
nothing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because once
So.
it's done, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then of course I wanted the Bronco
I know you
one
did.
day.
Yeah.
But
Every
for those that don't
Sunday.
know, getting a Bronco in America is a pain in the dick.
It is very hard. Well, any car now, like
Well, yeah, I think Ford's going now to the CEO announced they're going to go more towards like the Tesla style of stuff, where
Oh yeah.
they'll have like small dealerships that have like
Yep.
show models that you can
Yep.
test drive, but you don't actually like.
And you have to wait.
You have to wait. You
Yeah.
order what
Yep.
you want.
Mhm.
He's like, okay, you liked this. Now let's go. You like the way it drives.
Yeah.
Now let's go pick out all like you get to order custom order and it'll be here in 6 months.
mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, I understand. I mean, having all those cars on the lot and you're paying for the lot
Yeah.
and nothing's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and yeah, I think it actually makes a lot of sense too, to be honest, because I mean, I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else, somewhere else that's kind of done the same thing.
Well, I don't know, but like, I get part of me gets it, but also like, I'm a very impulse
Right. You're
versus
like, if I'm
person.
gonna
Yeah.
get something, I'm gonna get it now.
Yeah.
If I can't
Or
get
you
it,
give
I
me
have to
6
wait.
months to think on this,
Yeah.
like never mind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's very
Totally,
much like
yes.
me. Yeah. I
Oof.
get that.
The struggle's real, babe.
You're struggling. I feel great.
Might have to, like, I don't know. Did Stephanie ever text you back?
No.
Good, 'cause I'm taking a fucking nap.
We slept, like, we probably went to bed, like, what, 10:30?
Probably. I don't know what. It must have been the.
old now, okay?
Must have been the
we-
vodka
it's-
shots. Like, oh man, I can't.
Maybe, but we only took one.
I don't know the last time I've been this fucking hungover.
I can think of it. It was, well, it was a long time ago. We were dating, but.
No. What was it? I think it might have been a sinus infection though. That
when you had
Kansas City
those-
game we went to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like just in the car, like I was so
Oh,
hungover that
remember
I didn't even want Zaxby's.
I know.
Oh, that is bad.
I
Yeah.
know.
And I tried to force myself to eat. I was like,
That
I
is
can't.
bad.
I can't taste it. I just want to go out in the car and die right
I
now.
did. I ate Zaxby's by myself inside. And he was like sitting in the car, and I was like, "It's fucking delicious." And I think
It's
you were
like,
sick.
this is so
though.
great.
And then I was-
yeah.
Yeah, because
I remember.
And then I probably had like COVID because that was right around that time.
maybe you probably did. You would actually, because you were the type that did not wear a mask anywhere we went.
We were at a football game. Nobody's wearing a mask.
That's true, but even
Also
at the
Kansas
restaurant
City.
before then, like the tailgating before then, which I will. I'm just saying, you would.
I would. I think I've had it like 3, 4 times.
I think you have to. Probably.
Probably have it now. Who knows?
I don't think so. I think you're just hungover.
I think
Yeah.
you're just dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, party with a Halloween party with 25-year-olds. Got to
Sure, that's
say,
thrilling.
it was really fucking boring actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, yeah. So let me first say, like, my sister is, well, you know her. You've
Yeah,
kind of met her a
yes,
few
yeah.
times. Yes. So she's actually a really cool person.
Yes.
Like, for 25. Like, she's
Sure.
very relatable. And so she's having this party. She invited us. Like, I was a little hesitant, not because of her, but her friends. I don't know her friends that well. I know them a little
Yeah.
bit, better than Bill at least, but not that well. And I was like, your friends are a lot younger than us. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just kind of weird. A whole
You're just like,
decade.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I got 10 years on
Yeah.
this, and I.
Like, we don't have anything in common, you know? And so we went, and it was actually, like, it wasn't boring. It wasn't, I think, well, for one,
It
my
started off
sister, like,
So-
doesn't like her friends, apparently. So she's,
Yeah.
like, in the bathroom with her really close friend, like, listening to music and, like,
Just doing
like
everything else.
smoking. And I'm like, what? Like, this is your party. You need to be out here entertaining your guests.
Yeah.
Like, and
You're the host.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I'm over
everyone-
here, like, I'm out there, like, trying to get these, like, 25-year-old girls to, like, do something.
they
Yeah.
didn't do anything. They just sat there and watched their boyfriends play beer pong.
Oh,
With water.
boring.
Yeah, the millennial beer pong, right?
They don't
where
do it
they
beer.
fill it with. And I,
Wa-
underst-
oh, and
I
then they, like,
understand.
have their
Yeah,
own
then you have to
drink.
drink
Yeah.
inside it.
Sure.
But I
But-
remember, like, yeah, back in the day, it was filled
Like,
with
you
beer.
gotta drink that fucking beer. They're like,
But
oh, you
also-
got me. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
25, still playing beer pong at a party?
I know. I'm like, really? Okay. Sure. Like,
I know. Yeah. Then the girls, like, I mean, they're all hot. And, like, one of them was wearing like the Playboy bunny thing.
mm-hmm.
You
Okay,
know,
well, yeah, you're
Meg-
you know,
25.
butt hanging out and looked great. But it's like, is there anything else going on
No,
here?
this is it. That's all.
Yeah.
Like I was like
Hey.
I was like literally at one point by the end of the night I was just literally talking shit to all of them just to see like, are you gonna do anything except like talk about how the one's engaged and she was like worried about like I think we might have to do like joint bachelorette party because like bachelor parties get crazy and I was like they don't get crazy.
no.
Like she's like no strip clubs. I was like strip clubs probably the safest place to send your fiance because guess what? Those ladies want nothing to do with him except
That's
his
also
money.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Unless you pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, like, you're paying, so it's not like they actually want to do it with you. Or do anything with you. They're
Yeah,
just
right.
doing it. It's their job.
It's
Like,
their job.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I was the soberest person at my bachelor party because my best friend and Stacy's brother decided to get fucked up like before the party started, and then
Very nice.
we were at some rooftop bar in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, and Stacy's brother's getting like tag teamed on the dance floor by two like women that look like Lizzo, and Kyle got cut off. My best friend, I just cut him off. I was like, "You're
You're
done."
just like we're not doing this.
And
anymore.
I found a bachelorette party surprisingly that had like a table like reserved
Yeah.
with a bunch of space. I was like,
Hey.
"Oh hey, like we're a bachelor party. My friend's like really fucked up. Can we sit with you
Yeah.
guys and hang out?" Like sure. So then lose kind of like we get to talking. I lose track of where Kyle went.
Oh no.
And I'm like, "Oh shit, where's Kyle?" And as I
Get
see
Kyle.
that, he comes out from the bar, like out onto like the rooftop. He's like, "Guys, guess what? Like, they forgot I was cut off because I told him the bar cut him off, and he had like 2 drinks in glasses, real glass. And I was like, Kyle, do not drink those.
Yeah.
And like a panicked child, he's like, and slams them both, and then chucks the glasses off the 30th floor of this building onto probably the busiest street in Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's
And I'm like,
great.
it'd be like 30 floors above Court Avenue on a Saturday night, tossing glasses,
yeah.
heavy rocks glasses.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
And I was like, yeah, and now we have to leave.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're leaving now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then, the next morning, again, like Kyle and Chris were still drunk. So, like, I guess I'll drive
Yep.
back home. And Kyle probably felt worse than I feel now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like,
I would hope so.
we're in like a 10-lane highway. And I'm in the fast lane. He's like, pull over. I was like, can it wait? He's like, nope. So I like Indy car, no offense, Asian lady going
Yeah,
across 5 lanes of traffic with no turn signal.
Yep.
Like Top Gun maneuvers.
Yep.
So he can get out. He starts throwing up on the side of the road. And that's when I realize he's throwing up off an overpass.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, well,
theme of the evening, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I was like, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
Can't help it now.
So yeah, I was trying to explain to these ladies, like, don't worry about bachelor parties. Like, nothing can
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
It's not the movies.
Did you guys have a bachelor party?
I was forced to have a bachelorette party.
I could see that.
Yeah. Which ended up being really fun. It was just paint and wine
Yeah.
kind of the thing. And then Tyler and his friends, they used to have like annual meetings. I don't know if they were weekly or monthly, but they would go to a Brazilian steakhouse and just eat.
Oh my god.
So that's what he did for his bachelor party. Is they were called the meat meters.
Oh.
So
Oh
yeah.
my god. I
So
love
they
him,
ju-
but he's
they
such a
just-
dork.
Yes, that's an accurate statement. So they just ate meat. Since he is not a drinker,
Yeah.
so that's what they did for his bachelor party.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Bash it up at Fogo de Chao. huh?
Exactly. Yeah. He got the meat sweats.
Oh, I
meat
believe it.
hangover. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what he got.
Does
so.
he like meat that much?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of like meat.
Well, I do too, but I mean, like, I'm just thinking, like,
I mean,
I guess I do it for sushi.
he
Yeah.
grew up. Well, not grew up. He spent a couple days or a couple months in Brazil when he was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just one of the best things.
Yeah.
One of the best experiences that he had. So
Yeah.
like, he's just like, I like having meat being brought to me,
Yeah.
and I can eat as much as I want. I'm like, good for you.
Have you been to a Brazilian restaurant
have.
before? Okay. Do you like it?
I do, but I like the sides more.
Oh, gotcha. I've never been to one actually. My mom loves them. Like, there was one downtown that she really liked, but they closed down. But
I think
yeah.
there's one like in West
There's-
Des Moines now, right?
Yeah, there's one. There's
Off
one
of
in West Des Moines.
University.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That's the one we've gotten. We've tried here. It's fine.
The West Des Moines one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch in Colorado. So.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, it's the meat button, right? You
Yeah.
have, like the meat button. Like
Yeah,
you flip
exactly.
it.
Yeah, you're just like,
Yeah.
do you want more? No, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah.
I should go some point.
Do they bring it out and like cut it for you
Yes.
there? Okay.
So
yeah.
it's like you have everybody dressed up, and you see the guys walk by, and you're like, oh yes, I would like that. And it's a variety.
The guy or the meat?
Well, mainly the meat. Tyler will try literally anything. So you have heart, you have tongue. You
Oh
have,
no.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, is that a meat? I know, I'll take that.
Yeah. Exactly. Something safe.
Yeah, and then you have potatoes and rolls and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll
Black beans
go
and
buffet
rice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black beans. And stuff.
Tongue. I like a good taco lingua.
Really?
Yeah, tongue tacos.
It's supposed to be really good.
It tastes like pot roast.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never
if
had
done
one.
correctly, yes. Yeah.
I've never done one where it's like the whole tongue. It's just like been slow cooked and like pulled, which too hungover to think about that one right now. But
Yeah.
You're just like, nope.
but it is
Nope.
good, and it's the food that tastes you back.
You're disgusting.
It's true though.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Like your brother, he will try anything.
Yeah.
He had cactus one time.
I got like grilled cactus.
Yeah, cactus is. I mean, it's supposed to
I
be
don't
okay.
know why.
It's just to me it's a little too different. Like
Just
I'm like,
another vegetable I'm not gonna eat.
I know. There was like, the Great British Baking Show is like something I love to watch. And I think it was last week. It was Halloween week, and somebody was cooking with crickets, and I'm like, I get it. Great source of protein, and it's easy to farm, and it's easy. I don't want to eat a cricket.
Yeah.
But if it's ground up and I can't tell that it's there,
Right.
then I'll eat it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm the same way, actually. I could do that. I don't know. But the tongue, I'm still kind of like,
Yeah, I actually met somebody in Austin who owns a business that is like protein bars, but it's cricket.
Yeah.
Golden cricket, I think it's called.
Right.
But yeah. And he showed, I didn't try one, but he showed it to me. It looks just like a fucking Cliff Bar.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as I don't find like a leg in my teeth.
Oh, yeah,
Or
exactly.
like
Yes.
I don't.
Then I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, the other day,
wing.
the other day, I ate a chicken nugget and there was a bone in it.
Oh, yeah,
And
no.
now I'm so done. I can't eat chicken nuggets. I'm scarred.
From where?
At daycare actually, but it was like
Yeah.
organic,
like Tyson chicken?
no, it was Purdue. It was like organic Purdue nuggets.
It was probably like a tendon or something.
And there was a bone in my nugget, and I was like,
The Dino Nuggets.
I'm done. I can't. I never eat them again.
Yeah, Evie found one once.
A
And
bone.
she's like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's fine."
Yeah, you can't tell them because then
and they won't eat it.
No, I know.
Oh, it's just a bad part.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's fine.
The other day, I can't remember what it was. So I guess for those of you that don't know, Bree, who is friends with Bill, is also, because my mother and I run a daycare or a preschool, whatever you want to call it. Her daughters used to go there. Her oldest one's now in public school. Her youngest is with us.
Yep.
So that's a little backstory. So we actually both have known Bree for a very long time. But the other day, I cannot remember what they were eating, but it was something like, and like there was like this little. Oh, it was baked beans and hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And there
Okay,
was in the can of baked beans they have like bacon in them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just happened to get a piece, and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It's just bacon. It's not a big deal. Just eat it. Like it's not bad." And she's like, she would not.
Yeah.
So I had to scoop it out, and I was like, "Okay, it's fine now." And then she was really like flaky the rest of the time. She was like,
I remember that because when she got into the car, she's like, "We had hot dogs and beans, and I didn't like it." And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what? When did you have this? For lunch. Okay, why didn't you like it? I just didn't like it. And I'm like, okay.
It was because there was a piece of bacon in it. I think it
Which-
freaked her out, and I was like,
She loves bacon.
I know, but it does kind of look a little bit
I know,
different
and it's like,
than
like
a little bit on the fattier side.
Yeah.
Like it's not an actual like nice crispy piece of bacon in it. So
yeah.
I get
she's-
it. Yeah,
I love her.
I do too. She's so sweet.
Are they
She's so sweet.
typically picky eaters?
Yeah.
I think it's a hit or miss. I mean, you obviously would know better than I would.
Right.
But I've noticed at school, like, yeah, it's a hit or miss. I know what she likes now and what she doesn't like. Baby eating hot dogs,
Right.
being one, which is fine.
Which is weird. She loves hot dogs.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why. Yeah. And I make them really good. I slow cook them. I put maple syrup in
I don't know,
it.
you're
Like,
I do.
I
well.
like do a really big. I don't just open up a can to warm it up. Like, here you
Dump
guys
'em in.
go. Yeah.
Here you go, kids.
Yeah. Like,
No, like I mean, both my kids, they can eat really well. They can also not eat anything at all.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be our kids as well.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes it's like, dude, just like, can you please eat?
Mm-hmm.
Eat?
sometimes, oh, I love broccoli. Great, here's some broccoli. I don't want to eat it. Well, you told me you wanted that.
Yeah. No, she tells me beforehand. Like, she comes in and she'll be like, "What are we having for lunch?" And I'll tell her, and she'll be like, "I don't want the broccoli." And I'm like, "I know.
I know.
I'm not gonna put it on your plate."
Yeah, Evie will eat the poop out of broccoli.
Yeah.
Lily will not.
No, I know. She's so funny.
She loves edamame though. She'll just,
Really?
Yeah, just pop those in her mouth.
Interesting.
And then your oldest just started kindergarten.
Yes.
How's that going?
Really well. My favorite thing to ask her is who got in trouble today.
Oh.
Yeah.
She
Mhm.
must know.
Yeah. And only a few times it's been her. But like, cause you get the kids in the car and you're like, "Okay, how was your day?" And they're just like, "Oh, it was fine." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna ask some weird questions then."
Yeah.
Who got in
Please
trouble?
elaborate.
Yeah. What did
Yeah.
What activity did you do today?
Mhm.
Stuff
Or your
like that.
specials. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. She really loves gym, which is
Mhm.
great, and she loves music. I think it's because she can be loud,
yeah.
and she loves going to the library. Though she's checked out the same book 3 times in the
Oh my
past
gosh.
2 months, and I'm just like, there's other kids that probably want to see this book.
Yeah.
You probably want to give it back. It's my favorite book. It's like, okay, well
What
then-
is it?
Fergus.
Oh.
Yeah. It's basically a man calling his dog and then his dog not listening. So she finds it funny because that's what we do with our dogs. Because our dogs don't listen. And so we're just yelling at them for really no reason.
Yeah.
And she thinks it's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And so now it's on going to be a Christmas gift because she can't keep checking it out.
Yeah, might as well keep it at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I can relate, except our dog listens decently for a Basset Hound.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids don't listen worth a shit.
Well, yeah.
That's a hit or miss.
No, they
Sometimes
listen to you. Like,
No.
like, hey, we go do this. Brooks.
Hey.
Brooks, and I got to shout like, Brooks.
Yeah.
They're like, why are you yelling at me?
Because you're not listening.
Yeah.
Next time, I'll just slap you in the back of the head.
Yeah. Maybe they just fear me. That's why they listen to me.
Maybe.
That's why I think it is too.
Yeah. Who would you say is like the stronger like voice in your house? You or Tyler?
Who's the disciplinarian?
Oh, definitely me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get like Filipino on them, like whacking with a flipper, like a
No,
slipper?
no. But I definitely have more of a. Tyler's just very soft spoken. I think that's where Lily gets her just voice from as well. But yeah, I definitely have the louder, more authoritative voice.
Right.
When somebody is doing something or not doing something that they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And that goes with kids, dogs, and cats. That I have. So, years of practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like, what is obviously like the Spanish have what do they call it? The
Chancleta?
chancleta, the
Yeah.
flip flop, the
Mhm.
mom flip flop is there like a Filipino equivalent?
From what I remember, like my dad didn't use it, but from when my dad and his siblings were like telling stories about growing up, I think it was a spoon.
Like a wooden spoon.
My mom used a wooden spoon too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, anything she get her hands on, you gotta be really careful.
Right. Just like, oh.
Where she's at, yeah.
But my dad's mom, my Lola, which is Filipino for grandmother, when my aunt was a teenager and would come home late or sneak out, my Lola will lock the door and just keep her outside.
And she knew she was busted.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, at that point, I had to go back out and party because I'm screwed either way.
Like,
so
okay. Well, it was a small town. Like there's like once the event is over, there's nowhere else to go.
I bet your Lola probably knew she snuck out before she even left the house because I'm sure someone saw her. They're like, "Oh, she's not supposed to." Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's not a lot that there's so many stories that my aunts and uncles have.
Yeah.
The things that they did, where they thought they got away with it, which they did not.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously having 2 or 3 girls now.
Yeah.
Like, is that something you think about? Like,
yes, because unfortunately and fortunately, my girls have mimicked a lot of what my sisters have done.
Oh God.
oh god.
We're only saying this because we know you're at least I know one of your sisters.
I know
Like,
your sisters well.
Yeah. So like, you're supposed to have kids that reflect how you were as a child, and I'm like, why am I getting my sister?
And then watch, like Elena will have kids eventually one day, and they'll be like you, like
I
she's
know,
so
and I'm just like, that's not fair.
I know. And you're such an introvert too, and like I just remember Evie and Lily too. Like she's becoming this way.
Yes.
But Evie's like very at least with us
So
at daycare,
outgoing.
so outgoing. Like had lots of friends. Like
Yes.
very talkative. Like loud. Like.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, oh, poor Brie. She's going to get older and want to have birthday parties and, like,
Yeah.
have all this fun stuff with her friends. And you're going to be like, oh, dear God, I just want to stay home.
Which, dealing with the kids is fine. I'm excited to have her have sleepovers and, like, I like cooking. I like,
Yeah.
breakfast foods. That's
Yeah.
great. I don't want to deal with parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's kind of where my mind goes. Like when talking about like Brooks is getting to the age where it's like, oh, sleepovers and stuff. I was like, that's cool. Like, how do I deal with the fucking parents?
I know. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you like? Do you
Like,
just
is that like
drop 'em
another?
off?
Is that like
Do you
Yeah.
another
just, like-
number I have to text? Like,
Right. Yeah. I got to get the information. Got to make
Yeah.
sure. I mean, luckily, so far my girls don't have any like allergies or anything.
Right.
So that's not a problem.
That's like my thing, too, about like play dates and like eventually sleepovers. I think Brooks is a little young. I think he likes the idea of a sleepover, but I think if you actually want
yeah.
he'd be like,
no.
I wanna go
It's like,
home
I
now,
want.
like-
Yeah. I want to be in my bed
Yeah.
with my stuff.
yeah. But
Yeah,
for play
where's my
dates,
Switch?
we've only had one play date well, like at our house.
Yeah.
Since like, I mean, first one ever actually, and it was Peyton. Do you remember
Okay,
Peyton?
I
Like
do,
she's
yeah.
at daycare.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously her mom knows me very well and knows Bill. I thought like as a customary play date, like I know she knows me and she knows my husband. She knows Brooks, obviously.
Right.
But I thought maybe she would want to come in,
And,
see
like,
our house,
right.
like see who. I don't know. I
No, it
kind
was
of
just
had
like a toss
no.
and then
She really
bye.
did. Like at the door, like see, I were like,
Yeet.
oh,
Your problem
silly.
now.
I know. She's like, I'll be back.
Bye.
I'll be back in 2 hours, which is fine. But I'm
Right. You're like, oh.
like, okay. Like
okay.
I know you know me. I mean, obviously she's safe here, but like I'm
Right.
like,
See, I'd be fine with that.
I know. I know. And I was like, I was sitting in because like they were playing, so I was like, I'm gonna go upstairs and watch my movie then, because like I don't
Yeah.
need to be
You're like, they're
supervising.
fine.
Like they're because Bill was down here doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I was like, I guess I thought differently, but I guess it's because she trusts me because I've raised her daughter
There is
since
that,
she was
yeah.
born. So like clearly you're
You don't have to
comfortable-
stick around and see.
right. But then I started
Oh, there's
wondering,
knives everywhere.
yeah, exactly. So then I started thinking, like, well, I guess in the future when we have like a normal or not, like a real play date where it's a family that we don't know, like, are they gonna want to come in?
see
Because
what's
I
up.
would, if I don't know the family, I want to
Oh,
come in.
yeah.
I want to see the house. Like, I
Yeah.
want to talk to the parents, and maybe the first play date, I probably would stay because I want to assess what's going on. Because I know he's a boy. There's still risk out there, you know.
Oh, yeah,
as for
totally.
you know, so like I just want to be careful.
Like
I just
who's in the
wanna
house?
see-
What's like what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yep. Make sure there's like no drugs, no guns, like
Yeah.
within reach. Like, are they? I don't care if they're drinking, but like, are they at least responsible and not
Yeah.
acting
Well, I
like
think
a
with
fool?
this
and-
one, like you said, like she knows you've been pre-vetted over
Yeah,
the past couple
right.
years,
I know.
right? Like
Yeah.
she assumes like, oh, you've been capable of raising my kid for 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
5 years, but yeah, no, I know. I just was kind of thrown off. a little bit.
It's, I mean, even when I'm dropping off Evie, and because Evie doesn't want to just get out of the car, she wants me to walk up with her. So I park, I walk up. She's like, "Ooh, there's that person, there's that person, there's that person," and I'm like, "Great, go walk in with them." And then the parents are just like, "Oh, you're Evie's mom," and then I'm like, "Yeah." Oh yeah, I hear about your kid a lot too.
Yeah.
And then we like walk in the same direction, and I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Like walking right next to each
Yeah,
other,
just
not talking.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, for guys, it's easy for us. We just do this. So,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
so. But yeah, I mean, kids.
Kids, and then when they're older, I'm like, I mean, yes, we all snuck out. That was very easy to do.
Mhm.
Oddly enough, the only time I ever snuck out, I only ever snuck out once, and I didn't have to.
Was that with me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like I was like,
you kind of did. Your parents didn't know it was at your house.
no, like I snuck out and went to your apartment.
Oh, I thought it was the time when you snuck out twice, and there's one time where we both snuck out. He had to take me back to my apartment.
Yeah, so you snuck in,
Right.
and then
then-
snuck out.
And then,
But the weird thing was, like, I think I was like 19, like living
Yeah,
at home.
20.
I know,
didn't
you're just
have
like,
to- I would
why
just
am I
like,
sneaking? Like,
Yeah.
like the thrill.
Yeah.
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Well, I think
definitely.
me sneaking out of your house was more like we didn't want, because your parents didn't know I was in your room. So I think like we snuck out of your window because we didn't want them to know I was there.
Could be.
But the time you snuck out of your house to come to my apartment, yeah, I don't know why. You could just walked out the front door.
Yeah,
like-
you're just like, you're
But yeah, I didn't have to because like my parents were very much like, especially like in high school, were very like, kind of like we knew how like they knew how they were in high school. Like you're gonna be the same way. You're gonna like party. You're gonna drink. You're gonna do this. Like, just
do it.
do it
Yeah.
safely.
And that's what I
Mhm.
want to be. My parents were, they weren't like strict, but they weren't like, they didn't let us do anything.
My mom didn't either.
So like, I want to make sure that my girls are doing things responsibly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause yeah, they're gonna drink. They're gonna
Yeah.
probably smoke some weed.
And they're probably, hate to say this, they're probably gonna have sex before marriage. Like,
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Like, I know. Like, I think about it. Like, my mom, as I'm sure you know, was crazy strict with me. Like, I was not
I believe that
allowed to do
so
anything.
much.
But no,
And-
it did. Honestly, it did the opposite.
Yeah, no,
I was
exactly.
so
it made
bad.
you want to
Exactly.
do all that
Yes.
shit, right?
Yeah.
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 Totally.
I was so bad because of that. Because, like, I wasn't allowed to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
So I think I want to be a lot different with Brooks and Graham. Like, I want them to be able to, you know, and I do want to have the talk about safe sex, not no sex. I know it's not going
That's
to
not
happen.
gonna. Yeah.
So more like let's talk about how to be safe about it and
Yes.
like responsible, and then like also same with drinking and probably trying marijuana for the
Whatever
first
else,
time.
yeah.
Like, you know,
No,
just
no hard drugs.
Yeah. No.
no,
hard drugs.
no. That's where we
I mean, cocaine's all got
You can-
fentanyl in it
yeah.
now. and-
that's
Smoke all
too
the weed
much.
you want, but
Yeah.
you know, like
It'll be legal by then.
I feel
anyways.
like
Right,
it
yeah.
will be, but yeah.
I hope so.
I know it's not like everywhere else. Like it's just.
Well, then, I mean, I'd rather him do that than be rebellious and start smoking cigarettes like we
Oh,
did
yeah.
teenagers.
No, I know.
Yeah,
Were you a smoker?
I was a smoker.
I was too.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
and it started off socially too. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
me too. I
oh, they're
started-
doing it, so I guess I'll do it, and then
Yeah.
just
Like,
kind of
you know,
happened.
what were you up to? Like a pack a day smoker? Or?
Oh no, maybe half a pack.
A day?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I wasn't even that
Yeah.
much. I was. What would you say? Like 2
You
packs
were-
a week?
There was a while there you were a pretty heavy smoker.
That's true. I might have been at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was casually too. I think I started when I was like 14, which is pretty young. But my friends were doing it, and I was like, I did it to be cool. And then like,
Right.
you know, you don't like the taste of it when you first do
No.
it. And you feel sick, but you
Yes.
just keep. But my mom,
You
if I
just
just
keep
keep
going.
doing, then I'll eventually like it. And then I did.
Kind of
and
like
then-
beer
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Or
any-
coffee.
Yeah.
or coffee.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you want some more coffee?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Well, yeah. But then the safe sex thing, yeah, like that's a big one. Like,
Mm.
you don't want to end up like Brie over here.
I know exactly. You don't want this. I'm still hoping, for. Oh, I don't want men.
Yeah.
That'd make my life so much easier.
Yeah, I know. Yes and no, because like I feel like with girls, you definitely have to worry about like their safety.
Yeah.
When they get older, like not
Mhm.
putting yourself in a situation where you could something
Yeah.
could happen to you that you don't want to. But also for boys, like I really want to stress with Brooks, like no means no, and like
Yo,
there's
Yeah,
also
that,
like
that
Uh-huh.
concerns me. Like, obviously, like, even me growing up, I knew what consent was,
Mhm.
but like that now has changed kind of in a ridiculous way to where like he could go in to kiss, like
And then-
I'm
yeah.
gonna shoot the shot and kiss, like
Yeah.
going for the kiss, and she's like, I'm like next thing you know, like she's fucking causing a stir
Right.
'cause he didn't like ask,
yeah, it's a pretty gray area, I would say.
or even like
used
yeah,
to
like
be-
the Aziz Ansari thing, which is like he got like Me Too'd, and then it came out what happened. You're like, oh, like okay, you just had like this girl just had like a bad time.
Yeah.
Like
I remember that.
Yeah.
yeah,
What is he doing now?
trying to do stand up, but he's very weird about it.
Well, he's always been weird
Like,
about
Yeah.
but now like he unlike most comedians, like he actually took like the cancellation thing like really,
Really
hard,
hard,
and he's
yeah.
trying to make up for that, which he shouldn't. In reality, like even people, I mean that his whole thing, like ruined what actually like women were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
it.
Because
Yeah.
like he comes out like writes some article and everybody's like, is Ethan sorry like raped this chick? Like,
Right.
oh no, he didn't.
No. It was
Like
just,
she told him like essentially like, oh, like they're having sex, and she was like doing the whole like give it to me harder.
Yeah.
So then he like fish hooked her, which by the way like nobody fucking
no,
does.
don't do that.
No, that's like,
Like-
that's like degrading.
That was that's
like,
just,
don't do that to
Well,
me.
even if like
It's
even if
just
she's like,
weird.
oh, did
That's
you like
just-
fish hooking?
Yeah.
Like, but then she's like, oh, well, I didn't like that. Like, and he didn't
Right.
ask me. Like, like no, you had an awkward sexual experience
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you weren't expecting out of this guy. Like, that's not
Yeah, because
And
when you look
anyways-
at him, you're like, that's not.
Yeah.
like you were not like assaulted. Like, not here. But yeah, like so for us having boys, that is a concern for sure. Like
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
And also, I mean, nowadays, like, there's been plenty of Lifetime movies and shit about it. Like, if a girl wants to ruin your life,
Yeah, you want them to be confident,
Yeah.
but also like, make sure that they're
Yeah.
not overdoing it.
Right.
But like, the high school female is
Well,
one of the worst creatures on the planet.
I mean that.
And if
yeah,
they wanna,
that
like,
goes for a lot.
If they want to ruin a kid's life, all they have to do is say,
Anybody's
like, oh, he
life,
raped me.
really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he raped me. Like,
Yeah.
it's not true. Like, well, you just ruined this person's life.
Right. No, I know.
There was our high school after we graduated, a couple of years after we graduated. I heard about it. You know, there's people that still lived in town, but yeah, there was these two girls that like had a problem with this male teacher.
Oh,
And
yeah.
said like, oh yeah, like we've had like he had sex with both of us. They didn't say like rape. They said they were like he was having sex with them. He lost his job. His wife left him, and then during the trial, it came out like he was arrested.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it came out like, oh, they've made the whole thing
Thing
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though in my high school, I did have a teacher that did sleep with a student and ended up marrying her.
Oh my
that was-
gosh.
yeah.
That's
It was,
weird.
and he didn't lose his job though. The high school I went to was like the biggest drug high school in the county, so
Oh
that
God.
so that's not
Where
a
are you
big
from?
surprise.
It's not Iowa, right?
No, that was in Colorado.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Right. I think you originally were you born in Colorado?
No,
Or
this
Kansas?
is my sister hates to announce this. We were born in Kansas.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
You, Elena, and Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh my
And we moved. Well, I was in 4th grade when we moved to Colorado. So really, Colorado is where we've spent
Yeah.
the majority of our time. I remember a good chunk of Kansas. My sisters really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Which is interesting. Oh, wait, you're the oldest, right?
yeah. Mhm.
You look the youngest though.
I know.
I always get confused. I always
It-
think Sarah was the oldest, and then it's Elena that it's you, but it's not.
It's so funny because when my sisters, when we're all like, teenagers, they loved it because they, oh yeah, I'm so mature. Everybody thinks I'm older, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, haha, bitches, I'm 33.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't look it.
I don't look it.
Well, actually, what it is, I think, is they look like they're old. Like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
Like, because you do have
This-
2 kids and you're pregnant
Right.
now. So if I saw you in from
And
a
you're like,
different-
oh
know you,
yeah,
I would
she's
think you're at
probably,
least
yeah.
young 30s. But them, which I hate to say, and I hope Elena and them never listen to this, but
Well,
like they look older than
Right.
they are.
and not like super
No,
old.
no. I if I had to guess for Elena, I would think 35.
Yeah.
Like older. But
Yeah. They also hold themselves more.
yeah. And I mean, not that she parties hard, or I don't know, maybe she does. I don't know her life. but
Both my sisters party pretty
yeah, I feel like that takes a toll on your body after a while.
hard. It can.
You know,
Yep.
I know we have well, I wouldn't say a mutual friend, but we know somebody who's like that, who's single and like she just parties every
all
night.
the time, like
But she,
constantly.
when you look at her though, she's beautiful, but like her face just looks so like warm.
Yeah.
Like my girl, you gotta
It's
slow
like
down.
you need to,
Weather.
let's calm
Yeah.
down. Have a couple
Yeah.
nights in.
Yeah. Not that
No.
Elena looks like that at all, or
No.
your other sister, but
No, this girl too. Like even when she has a night in, like it's fucking going hard.
You're just like, wow.
yeah.
See,
she
that's
just-
too much.
I know.
I know. Like she's like, how does she stay so thin? I'll see like on post pictures and stuff. Like
She's
bikini pictures.
tiny.
Like how does she stay so thin? I was like, because she doesn't eat. She
Eat.
just
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think she doesn't have kids, so I think her body's still like.
I
Where
mean,
it was,
yeah.
Like when
I know. Hormones suck.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they do. So are you doing you going natural? You getting
Oh fuck no!
All the
Give me that.
drugs?
Give me that
Uh-huh.
spinal shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought of like this time around. I did think about it because it's the third kid. They should slide right out.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
logically, so I'm just like, okay, well, it could be quick,
Mhm.
but also I'm like, I'm fine with pain, but Evie's birth was fairly traumatic. Lily's was super easy, and so I'm just like, okay, this could go either way.
Yep.
So let's just make it
Yeah.
easier as I can.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So
Both my deliveries were easy. Graham's was very easy. But I used the epidural both times. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why am I gonna put myself through this
I
pain?
know. See, the epidural, like deliveries are just worse for the dads.
yeah,
You get the good drugs.
right.
You get a comfy bed. You get people just catering to your every
Get
need.
that delicious broth.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just like on this shit
You're just like,
couch,
here I am.
Yeah.
basic cable, having to listen to you whine.
Hey, that basic cable through Evie's delivery, we had Bizarre Foods playing the entire time, like
Ooh.
all day. It was like a marathon. I'm like, this is great, even though it was not great.
Yeah.
But it was able to be like, okay, I can focus on
Yeah.
something else, other than what's trying to come out of me, and not because she wrapped her umbilical cord around her neck.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
that is really scary.
And so every time I push, she would just yank
Oh.
herself, and I'm just like,
How did that happen? Or not how that happened. Like, how did that work out though? Did they end up like, kind of TMI, but they had to go in like physically
So,
like undo it? Or?
apparently, I don't remember much of this because I didn't sleep much the night before because I was just so anxious,
Mhm.
and then I wanted to try naturally because why not?
Yeah.
And so I had the whatever arm shot, and
Yeah.
then it made me sick, so I
Right.
threw up. So I didn't eat anything.
Mhm.
I was tired. So I don't know what's going on, but I apparently were like seconds away from a C-section.
Yeah. I
Like
could
they
see
had me
that.
all cleaned up.
ready.
They had the cart ready to go. Tyler's freaking out next to me, and I have no idea what's going on. I have my mom. I can see my mom like on her computer giving everybody updates, and I'm like, "What's happening?"
I know.
But afterwards, they had to use. They told me they put the little suction on her head
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and basically just yanked her out. So I had a pretty good tear.
Yeah.
But she had not only her cone head because she was vaginally delivered, but then she had a little boop on top of that cone head from the suction cup.
Oh.
So I'm just like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Put the hat on.
Right, exactly. She's fine. There was some tearing on her head, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm kind of worried about this one, because this one is as active as Evie was, just bopping around, doing crazy things. And I'm like, oh, it's not going to be good.
Well, don't psych yourself out.
I know.
She's probably had a lot of energy. Okay?
I know, yeah. I'm just like, why can't I just have a boring kid?
I know.
Why do I have to have the most interactive ones ever?
Oh my gosh. Did you have was Julie in the room when Lily was born?
No, Elena was in the room that time. And I'm just like, can you just not look? And I just look up once, and her face is just like, and I'm like, stop it!
I know. I just said don't look. Like,
don't look at
that's
me.
the one thing. Like,
The
stay
other-
back here.
The other
Did
thing,
Tyler look?
I think so. He's not a big. I love like surgery shows and like vet shows. I don't know. It's just cool. He's not.
He's very squeamish.
Yeah, and like not fainting, but like I don't. It's fine.
Yeah.
They made him cut both times. Like he wanted to, but not really.
Yeah.
It's a gross feeling. By the way.
Right. Yeah. That's what he was describing. It's like trying to cut
It's
through
like
rubber.
cutting
Yeah.
through-
Yeah.
Yeah. Cutting through a car tire.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, yes, he did see, but my main question to him, and I don't think he's given me a straight answer.
Did you poop?
Right. Did I poop either time?
Yeah.
I want to know. He's like, I don't know. Like, you do know. Tell me.
In his defense, I don't know if you did. I saw him like take like a bag away, but like the angle I was at, like I didn't
Yeah,
see.
I know.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. Obviously, I feel like we all do. I mean,
I would assume like there's a
'cause
lot
the
of things
pressure's
coming out. Yeah.
Right. I mean, and also I think part of the reason why he may not know, and I remember this. Like they keep you like when you're
Pretty, yeah.
clean, like they're wiping constantly. So
Yeah.
I feel like even if you did, he
they
probably
had to
didn't
get it-
actually
yeah.
see. Like they probably cleaned it up so quickly that like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, but I think we all do. I feel like we have to.
I would have like. There's a lot
There's a lot, I know,
going on.
I know, and at some point, kind of feels like a lot of pressure at your butt. It's not
Yeah,
your butt, but everything's
not.
just so close together. Like everything's just
Yeah, because with Evie, the epidural didn't work at first. Only half
Oh,
of my
gosh, That
body
was my fear.
was numb, and the other half was just excruciating pain, and so they had to go in and fix it. And so with Lily, I was very aware of that it could not work. It's a possibility that it just won't work. And so I got comfortable, and then after a while, I started feeling a lot of pressure. I'm like, oh no, it's wearing off. And so I'm like, hey, nurse, can you come in and like I think it's wearing off. She's like, oh no. You're dilated. You're ready. She's coming out now. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That little bit of discomfort is my baby coming out.
Yeah, okay, cool. Then let's go, I guess.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh, yeah. So with me, with Graham, I got epidural both times, but the second time with him, I remember I really didn't want to feel anything. I was like, I just don't. So they gave me like this little button you can push, remember? And like I could push it, and they would give me another. Well, I must have taken too many buttons of this because when it was time to push,
you had no feeling.
I couldn't.
You're just
push.
like, I have a butt.
Yeah, and then like because he was down so low, like they couldn't feel his heartbeat. And then remember they were like, yeah, we're just gonna. Obviously, everything worked out fine, but it was to the point where the nurses weren't sure if like he was going through stress.
They couldn't get a heartbeat because they said like he's probably just to where like the heart monitor.
It's not,
Yeah.
is lower than that. It was like, but now it's kind of like we got to get him out.
Yeah,
now.
They're like,
we don't know, so we're gonna.
So now they were like, just push every not before it's like every contraction you push. Now like you just keep pushing until, and I just remember like I had a hard time pushing because I couldn't feel my lower half. So I was like, I think
you're like, I think I'm doing it.
No, honey, like you. And finally, I mean, it all worked out. He came out, but I was like, oh, okay.
It's like, whoa, that was too much.
Kind of maybe overdid the drugs there.
Yeah. Like, but I didn't feel a thing.
I know, I didn't. I was watching him. There was something on the TV. I was watching the whole time. I was like,
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go pass out.
You're such a baby.
Well, I feel like shit right now.
So I guess I'll get the kids.
Thank God the kids aren't
and
here.
then not let them in the room.
I know, right? Yeah.
Daddy's napping.
Anyways, thanks you guys for watching. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Thank you, Bree, for coming.
Of course.
Rate and review on iTunes. Thank you, Bree, for joining us. This has been Parents That Swear. Good night.
It's morning, but it's good.